Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, August 8th. That's what the calendar says, and I tend to believe it, so we're going to go with that. We got a great show for you today, and it's going to start off with the old pros. They got two shows they want to tell us about that's going to come up on one night, and that should be a fun one, so make sure we're going to watch that one, and it should be great. Going to talk to them about that. Fit Brain Club's also coming up. They're going to talk about some of the services they provide and some mental acuity things you can do to stay sharp and keep that brain fit for as long as you can. Let's stay informed. Hey, we had a really interesting meeting yesterday, the GRF Foundation meeting. That was a great one. We televised that. Lots of great input, lots of great information, and I think these next two board meetings are going to be just the same. Lots of participation. They're both going to be aired right here on Village Television as well, so if you can't get down there, you'll be able to watch them at 1:30 on August 9th and 9:30 a.m. on August 10th, so make sure to look out for those business plan review board meetings that are coming up. Let's take a look outside. We got blue skies, nothing but blue skies. Great day out there already today. 83 degrees is where we're going to top out today. It looks like we may get pretty cool. In fact, on Thursday, we might see mostly cloudy. That might get switched to mostly cloudy in the very near future here. We're going to have kind of a little bit of a cooler front, cooler air, and some clouds come in. But then by the end of the week, we're going to be sunny and in the 70s and close to 80. So it'll be a nice one for us. Let's take a look outside at our sunrise and sunset. We got a great bird photo to take a look at. I don't know what this is, but I know I wouldn't want to get too close to it. Mark Rabinowitz, he got close enough to take this picture. Our sunrise is going to be 6:07, and our sunset is going to be 7:44. Let's make sure you can send in your photo. Don't get too close to those birds, but something else maybe. Send us your pics. Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com is the email address. Make sure you give us your name like Mark did and where you took the photo, and take those pictures in the horizontal angle there. We're going to take a look at some board meetings for you right now, and then when we come back, the old pros and some new shows. Stay with us.
At Healing Hearts Emergency Animal Hospital, we are dedicated to emergency veterinary care through high-quality veterinary services and compassion. We offer state-of-the-art diagnostics at competitive pricing. Our doctors will see and care for dogs, cats, and most exotics. In case of emergency, rest assured Healing Hearts Emergency is here for you when your primary veterinarian is closed. Open nights, weekends, and all major holidays.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank LS Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
Hi, remember us?
We're back,
Christine and Jack from the Jewelry Box.
which is now the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers.
Relocated in a new spot in our old shopping center.
But we're still Orange County's preeminent buyer of gold, jewelry, watches, and flatware.
And we're still a full jewelry repair center. And with our 3 graduate gemologists, we're still here to appraise your special pieces.
And like always, at the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers,
It's about trust.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairman. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.
The Old Pros is a theater and educational group that works on bringing great musicals, great performances to the stages here in Laguna Woods. I'm joined by some Old Pros themselves, Michael Pontecorvo and Al Glover. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So let's get right to the big thing. We got two pretty good shows coming up. One night, two shows. Tell us about it. Who wants to go?
You're starting, so why don't you start?
Okay. I have a show called August Heat, which I'm producing and directing.
Okay.
It's a story that I remember reading many, many years ago, liking it, and it came back to me, and I thought, oh, I can write that into a play.
Okay.
So
now the show is way before your time. You know, that was 1910. It was originally put out?
1910 was when it was originally written by W.F. Harvey. He was a Quaker, lived in England. I'm going to reset the story in New Orleans.
Okay.
At about the same time, about 1920s.
Okay.
So I sat down and wrote a little play based on that story.
Okay. And without giving too much away, what's kind of the feel of it?
Heat.
Heat.
August.
And how angry we get.
Uncomfortable, yes, yes.
I think we can all relate to that these days.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a horror story.
Okay.
It was always treated as a ghost story, and in fact, it has been used as a basis for radio plays, in which Ronald Colman played the part that Al is going to play. Okay. Also, Fred McMurray played the part that Al's going to play on stage. Well, he did it for radio. So, and it's been actually made into a comic book too. There was Secrets of a Sinister House in a July 1973 issue of that. It appears. So it's well liked.
So Al, you're doing this play, but you're also producing and directing the other one that we're going to be talking about, Death Knocks.
It's Death Knocks by Woody Allen. If you could imagine a horror story written by Woody Allen, you probably have it. The premise is a well-to-do businessman, 1963 in Queens, New York. He's sitting at home by himself, and then death comes stumbling in through his window to take him off to the great beyond. And the ensuing conversation and interaction between the two is somewhat amusing.
Now this is it's a theme that's been visited before in a lot of movies, you know, I think it was Mr. Black and things like that, where it's like, you know, death comes and that person's aware they're not ready yet. And they kind of have to come to terms with what this is, what the real meaning of life. Is that kind of how that one visits a little bit?
With a twist.
With a Woody Allen twist?
With a twist, yeah. That's pretty much it, but with a little twist at the end about where death ends up and where the businessman ends up.
Is it contemplative? Are you kind of like touching?
Is
a lot
Woody
of
Allen
themes?
contemplative?
I think so. I mean, yeah. You know, I think you certainly find that in his stuff. You know, a lot of maybe his earlier stuff. I don't know.
Well, I think he's contemplating what death would be like if he was a schlep who comes into somebody's apartment in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Because we all resist that notion, like it's never going to happen to us, right? And then when it comes, it's like, oh no. Yeah. The reality of life is that's coming. Yeah. So when you guys find these plays, pick them, how do you go about choosing what you're going to do and put on the stage?
Well, this one was interesting to me because the two actors in the play had been working on it for over a year, and they finally said, hey, we need to find a director. And so they came to me and asked me if I would come work with them on this. And it's just a joy to work with them because they've been working so hard on this for a long time. And it's just, all I had to do was come in and help them kind of put the finishing touches on it because they've done all the work.
That's easy. And Michael, how did you come to the Old Pros? Have you always wanted to do this? Is something you did earlier?
I was solicited.
Solicited? You recruited?
That's right. My wife was walking along Aliso Creek, met Carol Glenn, and then the three of us were met up again, and Carol said, how would you like to play in It's a Wonderful Life? So I played George in It's a Wonderful Life, and that sort of got me started. I recalled that I had a great story by Edith Wharton called Roman Fever, which then I rewrote into a play, which we performed, and then we actually filmed it as well. And you can see it on YouTube.
What's the least tawdry solicitation I've ever heard of?
Oh, it was a great solicitation.
How long are both of these? How long of a night are we talking about? They're short plays, right? They're both short kind of story plays.
The entire thing will be about an hour.
Okay. Okay.
before the 2 shows, yeah.
Now, in that compression of time when you kind of like have a 3-act structure, a story arc, is it more challenging to get all of that information in, do you feel like, in terms of, or rather like, have a 2-hour play where you're allowed to let the characters kind of develop and you let the story kind of build? Do you find it a little more challenging to get all the points across?
Well, you're talking about the basic difference in the theatrical terms of a 1-act and a full-length play. And the 1-act is shorter. It requires you to have something that has a little more punch to it, grabs the audience quicker, holds them, but then doesn't have to retain them for the full, 2 hours or so for another thing. The other thing with our audience, they want to get home a little earlier than some theater-going audiences might.
Yeah. So you think it's like, it's kind of, it gets all the messages out there, kind of pops a little quicker. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the kind of the longer, letting something stew for a while?
Well, you've got a play that's already written, okay, and right in your case.
Yeah, in my case, it's
Okay. And in my case, I have a short story.
He's got stories.
So the parameters are already there.
Right.
If you were talking about me writing a play from scratch, then 2-3 hours. I mean,
it's going to be epic. That's great. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been with the Old Pros for a couple of years now. I've been doing theater most of my life. I have I graduated from UC Irvine with the degree in drama. So there's that. But then I went to law school. Did that for a long time. So
wasted some time over there.
A lot of community theater.
And how can people get involved in the Old Pros if they're interested in getting involved, doing part of it, come up with their own ideas, audition?
Well, we're having auditions next Tuesday.
Okay.
For another show, which is a combination of Thurber's Fables and Pfeiffer's People.
Okay.
And Gail Zalone is directing the Thurber's Fables part, and I'm directing the Pfeiffer's People part. And again, our auditions will be next Tuesday from 3 to 6 at the Pacific Performing Arts Center, PAC.
Okay. And should people, it's not a resume, you don't have to have experience to do this, right? Just a kind of enthusiasm and excitement about it.
Oh, please. The place to really start is to come next Tuesday, the 8th.
Yeah.
Clubhouse 5. Be there at 6:30. Interact with some of the people there, and you can start.
There you go.
You can join right then and there.
Are there opportunities to be behind the scenes, direct, produce,
lighting,
absolutely,
staging, absolutely,
that kind of thing too? Folks who maybe not, hey, I'd like to be part of this, but I'm not really the person I want to be on stage.
Come to the auditions, and we're also looking for people to fill those roles. And if you come to auditions, you can sign up for anything you want to sign up. And then again, that's Wednesday. The show's on Tuesday. Auditions are the next day on Wednesday.
Well, that sounds like a good deal.
Good plugs.
Find a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thanks so much, Al and Michael. We really appreciate you being here, and we look forward to the show on the shows on the 15th. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Well, the show goes on here. When we come back, the Fit Brain Club is going to be telling us about some amazing opportunities you have for Alzheimer's patients to be able to have some daycare here right in the local area, and how to keep your mind sharp. We're going to stay with us on This Day. Thanks.
Hi there, it's Bob Eubanks. You probably know me from the Newlywed Game, but what you may not know is I'm the only living person to have produced a Beatles show all 3 years they toured America. I've put together a great show called Backstage with the Beatles. I tell seldom or never before heard stories that lead up to music with a Beatle band on stage with me, Ticket to Ride. We're going to be here, Laguna Woods, in the Pack, September 23rd at 7 p.m.
Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all 3 of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
The Salvation Army Orange County is committed to building hope in people's lives rather than just more shelters. The Center of Hope, a comprehensive homeless care solution, combines a 325-bed emergency shelter, 72 permanent supportive housing apartments, on-site medical, dental, vision, and mental health care, and an award-winning drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Donate today to transform lives, create safer neighborhoods, and provide an opportunity to end chronic homelessness in Orange County.
And from the Fit Brain Club, we welcome Grace Carpenter and Dan Daly. We're going to be talking about brain exercises, how you can stay sharp, and also some services that Alzheimer's provides here in the area. So let's start off with like a brain exercise. What's a good brain exercise that anybody could do anytime to kind of like stay sharp and keep that mental acuity?
Do you have one, Dan?
Right now, there are over 200 brain exercises on the internet. And there are numerous exercises. One of them would be recalling dates, recalling names of presidents.
Okay.
Recalling, the format is based on recall. And that starts off very simple, and then it advances. Another brain exercise, and this is what Ben Allen, who works for Alzheimer's Orange County, a colleague of mine, he'll be talking about teasers. And what he'll do is, there are words that tease you and tease you up for an answer or a response. And I can't cite one right now.
I'll give you one. I use it every day when I meet somebody. I immediately associate their name with either someone I know or something, like a penny. One person was Penny. But a person's name, someone who made an impression on me. Well, I'm a teacher, so I have loads of students' names I can read. I can go, oh, yeah, Robert. I remember Bobby or whatever. and that works. That association.
Yeah, that little association that can kind of cue you, like you said, tee it up for yourselves. There are also like there's also physical things you can do for your mental acuity, right? In terms of like exercises that we can do every day, or ways we can move about and make sure walking is a great one, I'm sure, and things like that.
Swimming and walking. Yeah, your Harvard Eye man talked about swimming, how good that was yesterday, and walking every day. Walking, and most of the people are 80 and 90 in my walking group, and just knowing that 9 o'clock every morning we're going to be out there no matter how we feel, and at 7 o'clock every night, oh my gosh, we're on it.
Yeah, I would say walking is a great exercise because of the fact it's going to increase the blood flow to the brain. It also, you chose a different route to walk every day. And you're going to run into people you normally won't see. And social interaction is really good for the memory because you're going to remember the person you met. You may not recall the name, but you're going to know who they are.
Right.
And
that's my problem.
Why it's very important.
I'm terrible with names. I know I can tell you all about this person, but I haven't, what's their name? And so like you said, those those things that you can use to cue it up and work on that. How important is things like sleep as well? And just like
sleep is very, very important.
I had a feeling.
Every brain has a protein in it. It's called beta amyloid. And beta amyloid is the vehicle that carries the plaque to the brain. And when you have too much plaque in the brain, that's when the neurons are destroyed. So a good night's sleep, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, is going to be very beneficial because of the fact that the amyloid exits from your brain while you're sleeping. So it's not building up and creating a problem.
Yeah, and I just know from anecdotally for myself, at the end of the day, sometimes my brain is fatigued. Like I'm not I'm physically tired, but I'm mentally tired too. It's like, I can't deal with that right now. Can we do that tomorrow, first thing in the morning? I'll get to that, and that kind of thing. I think that's why a lot of people like to have meetings in the mornings and things like that, because they need that rest. End of the day, meetings are just such a bad idea. And trying to make major decisions at 11 o'clock at night is like, no, I can't. I have to step away.
Right. What about this new term? I was taken back when a 90-year-old said she didn't have the brain, what? The brain
capacity? Bandwidth.
The bandwidth. I said, what? And I said to my daughter, let's go over bandwidth and explain. And
yeah, right.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
The bandwidth to deal with that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was born without the bandwidth, but I'm working on it.
You're developing it.
And like a little bit more on socialization, is that routine of talking to people and meeting people and that, is that something that really kind of exercises the brain? It kind of makes it contract and muscle it up a little bit?
Well, it's cumulative.
Okay.
It's a number of different things you can be doing. But the social interaction is important because of the fact you're meeting new people, you're discussing new topics every time you meet somebody new. You're given your own background, and it makes you that much sharper. And but again, it's cumulative, and that's the important thing.
Okay. If people want to go to a program or get more information, how can they get go to a session or something like that to find out a little bit more or learn some of these exercises?
You can go to Alzheimer's Orange County, our website, and you'll be able to pull down or withdraw a lot of different programs, and it'll be regarding the brain. And we provide so many different resources on that website that it's very beneficial.
And one great resource for folks who are dealing with someone who has Alzheimer's right now is the daycare that you guys provide. There's a daycare program. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, before we get to the daycare, if we start right here for the people who aren't savvy enough, a lot of people aren't even emailing, so we get them with social services. That's covered by our HOA, and we tell everybody, go to social services, then they can lead you. That's how we got to Alzheimer's County when I needed it.
Right, they can kind of do an assessment and point you in the right direction.
Exactly. You don't pay anything, and you'll get 4 sessions of help to lead you. Alzheimer's Orange County isn't like a country away. It's right here. You can go right here.
We have it's called the Healthy Aging Center. It's the South, it used to be the South County Adult Day Services. And so anyway, we provide transportation to and from the home, which is a real benefit, because this way the family member who has to take the participant, they don't have to juggle their work schedule. The other thing is we have a continental breakfast in the morning, followed by a hot lunch at noontime. There are activities scheduled the whole day. So you don't have a scenario where somebody is sitting in a lazy boy chair watching the TV and the day goes by.
Well, we're going to have to leave. We're going to have to leave it there.
Active.
Dan and Grace, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
You're watching
Michael.
This Day.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dan McEachran. 35 years ago, I was lucky enough to get my start in Laguna Woods. First, building patio rooms, then kitchens. Our cabinets are all built locally in Irvine. It all began with patio rooms, like this Majorca model, which we made into a complete room. I'll pull permits. We'll take care of everything. Give me a call. We'll do a nice job for you.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank L.S. Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon, a 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra-large touchscreen. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Irvine Subaru. Buy online, just come in to sign. Get 2 years complimentary maintenance included on all new Subarus.
Hey, if you're looking to beat a little bit of that heat today, you can go out to see a movie, right? That'd be kind of a fun thing. Actually, not today, but in August and September, on Wednesdays and Fridays, we have movies going on over at the Senior Center, the Florence Sylvester Senior Center. And they got some great ones coming up. Steel Magnolias is coming up tomorrow. 80 for Brady, The Producers, The Dig. The Imitation Game, that's a great one, and Ray's another great one. So anyway, long list all the way into September of movies that are going on. That should be fun, and get out of the house, 12:45, Wednesdays and Fridays, and go see those movies. Speaking of getting out of the house, you can do that today too. It's a great day outside. The weather's really nice. It's only going to get up to the low 80s. I think we're topping out around 83 maybe today. That'll be the most of it. And so 80 on Wednesday. We're going to have some clouds kind of moving in a little bit on Thursday, and we're going to have a really kind of a great week of temperatures as we kind of head towards the middle of August, and the kids start going back to school, a couple more weekends of summer fun, and then everything gets back to that fall schedule. That's no fun. But anyway, let's enjoy that summer all we can. We got some great temperatures, and hope you enjoy it and get out there. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at This Day, we hope you have a great one. Thanks.
Hi there, we're Orange County Labs. Please call us today for your VIP concierge phlebotomist in-home lab collection appointment. We simply come to you in the safety and convenience of your very own home for any lab test. As a covered benefit at no cost to you, we will draw your blood for your physician with results the very next day. One call to Orange County Labs does it all. We look forward to seeing you all soon.
I'm Stephanie Landon, talking to you today about prostate health. The prostate is a gland found only in men. It's part of the male reproductive system, and it's shaped sort of like a walnut. Prostate cancer is extremely common as men age. In its early stages, there are generally no signs of prostate cancer. The most effective way to find it early is through regular PSA screenings with your physician.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. Remember me? I'm the king of whoopee. And you're watching Village Television. But everybody does.